Good afternoon and welcome back to the West Ham Network. This is your predicted starting 11 show. Me, Anton, it's been a while. I used to do these shows and then Russ came in and smashed over took them all over. Didn't you, Russ? I know your game, mate. Anyway, listen, we head to Leicester City on Sunday for our final Premier League game of the season. 2022-23 season draws to a close in the Premier League. And of course, I'm here to give you my predicted starting 11. And the trip is got a big onus on it because why? Leicester City are threatened with relegation. A draw and a loss for Leicester means that they will be relegated to the Championship. Now, we enter the weekend in 14th place, but could end the season as high as 12th. Should we pick up 3 points against Leicester and other results go our way, it means that Leicester would be relegated and Everton win if Everton win at Bournemouth, etc. But we can also catch up with you-know-who, Chelsea. All we need to do is better their result, of course, and hope for a 3-goal swing around, and West Ham can finish further up the league and above Chelsea. Now, West Ham are more than likely to have one eye on the big Europa League Conference League final next month. Yes, it is next month. It's not that far away, but it is officially in June, which is going to be against Fiorentina in Prague. And West Ham did name a mixed starting 11 side against Leeds for the last game of the season at the London Stadium. And I reckon David Moyes might make some changes again. So if you are watching, give us your predicted 11, but I'm going to go through and let you know what I believe David Moyes would do for this game. So let me get started in goal. Moyes could well stick with Fabianski for this game, who's been a regular throughout the season for West Ham. But with Areola likely to start in the final, Moyes could well stick with the experienced Polish stopper for the final Premier League tie. I think this is the right decision. I think that it's deserved that Areola is going to be playing the final. But what will be interesting is what's the story regarding Fabianski moving forward into the summer as well. Now, listen, the next position I want to talk to you is about, let's have a look here, the left back position. Now, I think at the back, David Moyes may make up to 3 changes from the win over Leeds. I'm suggesting that Creswell comes into the team, who could play alongside Thilo Kehrer, Naif Agerd, and Kurt Zouma for this game. Now, that does look really, really strong in terms of West Ham. But if you listen to what David Moyes said in his pre-match press conference, he said that he was keen to give minutes to Kurt Zouma. Now, there is an element of blowing smoke and mirrors, etc., when it comes to David Moyes and his decision-making for that back four. But 9 times out of 10, I would look at that team and I'd go, why are you doing that coming into the final? And I would get it wrong. Whereas I think he is going to go reasonably strong. I think this could be, you're also, those 4 players there, borderline could be the 4 that are going to start the final, as long as none of them pick up any injuries. The reason also why I think they'll start is Thilo Kehrer, Naif Agerd, and Aaron Creswell didn't start the game against Leeds, so haven't played in over a week. And by the time the final comes, could be 3 weeks without them getting any game time. So I think it's vital that they do actually play this game for West Ham. So leave your comments in and let me know your thoughts on that as I move into the next position, which is into the midfield pack. Now, similarly, there you've got Rice and Souček, and I think they both will start for West Ham in that back line. The only player I see being rested in that position there would be Paqueta. I don't see Paqueta playing this game. I think he may be rested and maybe brought on for a little bit of game time. I think everyone's going to get as much game time as they possibly can in this game, but so much is riding on it as well in terms of Leicester. So you do need to be careful what you do. However, you need to manage these players and ensure that they are up to match fitness as much as they possibly can. So I think Paqueta might get a rest, meaning that he may hand a little cheeky start to potentially his last game in the Premier League for West Ham, Lanzini. And I think that would be potentially his last appearance for West Ham. And that could also apply to Declan Rice as well. But what you might see with those trio of players is the fact that they will switch, and Lanzini might set a little bit of a deeper role, or might just get a little bit more freedom to push forward if it is going to be his last performance in a West Ham shirt in the Premier League. Again, put your comments in and let me know your thoughts. But similarly to this season, he's also stuck with another player in. I'll bring this. Or no, it's fine. I'll talk about Pablo Fornals. I reckon Pablo is going to start this game out in the left-hand side. The reason why I think he will start this game out there is because, well, do you know what? It's really between him and Benny. Now, Benny was rested in the attack versus Leeds, but I think this could be the nod to Benny that he's going to get the final game. So I reckon what you might see is Pablo Fornals start out on the left and Benny come off the bench and be an impact sub. But I think you'll see both of them feature. It's whether or not Pablo starts over Benrahma or Benrahma starts over Pablo. I think it will be Pablo, but you can call me out on that and let me know if you think or disagree on that position. But I think it's a good decision either way, because they're all going to get a bit of game time. We have to remember the game doesn't take place until the 7th of June, so you're going to need to get as much game time under your belt. You can't sit dormant and not play any game time for 2 weeks. So these players will be featuring at some way along the line. And of course, another player that is always featuring in David Moyes' side is, this is where I was getting it wrong. I was going to talk to you about Jared Bowen. Jared Bowen obviously has had twins this week. Now, I was actually about to put Jared Bowen in there, and I just remembered it at the last minute. And I think that he may get a rest for this game. I think he'll travel with the squad, absolutely. I think he might not start, but may come on as an impact sub. And I think Benrahma will get the game time in this game. And I think you'll see a little bit of a switch up of positioning. But I think what I'd be quite intrigued about with Pablo Fornals, Benrahma, and Lanzini is the creativity that they'll create in the middle of the park. That might just give David Moyes something to think about as well. And last but no means least, Antonio to start. He was rested against Leeds, and I think he will come back in, get a little bit of game time. And I feel that people might be watching this and thinking, what are you doing, Anton? Why are we not playing all the youngsters, resting all the team, giving Downs a start, doing all that sort of stuff? But David Moyes does not do that. He's never done that, and he never will do that. So we have to be realistic about what his decision-making is going to be. This is my predictive 11. It is mine. Doesn't mean it's going to be right. It possibly will be wrong. But this is not normally what I would do, especially with what we've got riding on ourselves for the competition we've got coming up for the final in Europa Conference League. So based upon that, I would have made changes to this team, but I don't think David Moyes will make changes. And I think this is going to be as much as the changes you will see. Players that didn't play against Leeds will come back in and feature for the team, and players that did play against Leeds will sit back and rest, and then you'll have a little bit of change in terms of Pablo, Lanzini, etc. coming back into the team. Either way, what we do know is it is going to be an exciting game, an exciting end to the season. It's nice to be able to put Premier League safety behind us. We fully concentrate on a Europa Conference League final as well on the 7th of June, which of course will be an exciting time for our history of our club. Fingers crossed we can get the job done and build some new statues outside the stadium. That would be an amazing feature, wouldn't it, as well? If you are watching, give me your predictions for your starting 11, because it'll be coming out in any minute soon. So, join myself for the Match Day Live. I'll be bringing you the running commentary of the game as well. Anyway, everyone, of course, take it easy and subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up. Leave your comments. If you're interested in becoming a channel member, hit the option to join there as well. Take it easy. Come on, your hands.